Hey, welcome to Pinspiration. I'm Jeff Mulder from Star 98.3. This is where we take things off of the Star 98.3 Pinterest page and try to inspire you to give them a go. This is a fun one for the kids. This week, you picked the strawberry shortcake snake. This is what it looks like on Pinterest. And I'm going to try to recreate that today. The first step is to make your strawberry shortcake. I have our dry ingredients in a bowl. It's flour, baking powder, sugar, and salt. And to that you want to add the butter. Now normally you would use a pastry cutter. I don't own one, so here's a tip for you. If you don't have a pastry cutter, you can actually use a grater and just grate the butter in. Now that we have our butter in there, we're just going to mix it all together until you get kind of a crumbly texture. I'm going to start with the spatula, but eventually going to move to my hands. Once you've worked your butter in, you're just going to slowly add the milk, a little bit at a time. It's just a cup of milk. Now that we've got our dough rolled out, I'm just going to transfer it over to a cutting board because I have to cut it into strips to make the snake, and I don't want to cut up my countertop here. Probably wouldn't get the damage deposit back on the place then. And then you just want to kind of cut 4 strips out. If you have a pizza cutter, this is where it would come in handy. I do not have a pizza cutter, but it should still work nonetheless. And now we're going to form those into snakes. And to do that, take this one here, these at least work. You just kind of want to snake it, like zigzag it, kind of like an S pattern. If you're doing this for a kid at home, this is actually a part that they could actually help with. Kind of let them design their own snake. Now we're just going to throw these snakes onto a baking sheet. And they're going to go in a 400-degree preheated oven for about 12 minutes. Snakes are out of the oven now. While they were baking, I cut up all of our strawberries, and they're cooled enough now that I can actually cut them in half to fill with the strawberries. And then you want to also do some whipped cream. I'm just going to turn on the mixer, do some whipped cream while I cut these open and get ready to fill them. Strawberries on the bottom half, and when you close it up, you'll put more strawberries and whipped cream on the top. The whipped cream's taking a little longer than planned, so while we wait for that, I'm going to do the fruit roll-up tongues, and for that all you need to do is take a fruit roll-up, and you just want to kind of cut out a long strip that kind of looks like a tongue. The pin said to use mini M&Ms as the eyes, but I couldn't find any mini M&Ms, so I'm thinking if I roll this into a ball, it'll work as an eye. And if it doesn't, I did buy some full-size M&Ms, but I'm thinking those will be too big. So we're going to see which one works better. Our whipped cream is now ready. What you just want to do is kind of spread that on top, and it's just a base for your leftover strawberries to go on, and those are going to kind of look like scales. do the heads now. For that, you want to put a slit in the bottom like so, and that's where your tongue's going to go in. And you just want to cut out a little bit for the eyes to go in. So good, I almost don't want to eat them. It is your strawberry shortcake snakes. Thank you so much for watching Pinspiration. I'm gonna have a little bit of bite here before we go. Actually, have to make sure it tastes as good as it looks, right? That tastes pretty good. The shortcake's more of a biscuit type shortcake than like a sponge cake type shortcake, but it's pretty delicious. You can add more whipped cream if you wanted to. You could add ice cream. You can do whatever you want to. It's your thing to do, because I've already done it. Thanks for watching Pinspiration. I'm Jeff Molnar. You can follow us on Pinterest at 98.3 FM. We'll do this again next week.